Just a quick legal disclaimer, I did receive this as a review sample with the only expectation that I do a video on it, and there will be a link to the review in the description, but in this video I'm going to show how to install the heatsink on a socket AM4 board, which apparently also has the same steps for AM5, but I do not own an AM5 board, so I'm not going to be able to show that. And these are the instructions for AMD. So you need to use the original mounting bracket for the heatsink that comes with the board. If you don't have that, you might be in trouble. You probably can find them online used, but you'll need to remove the plastic pieces though, along with the screws. And you're going to need the screws specific for the AMD, which have the long coarse threads. Should be in an AMD bag if you got this new. And the spacers that you need are the hexagonal ones. So you'll see a bit of a hexagon shape to them. And yeah, otherwise, should be pretty straightforward. So first, we're going to remove these. I would probably do this with the board out, just because a lot of times the back plates for these boards aren't attached to the back of the board and they just kind of sit loose. At least that's how it's been with my experience. But I'm also usually using low-end boards, so I don't get the joy of figuring out what the fancy boards are like. There we go. So remove the plastic brackets. Screws stay with them. Put them in a bag somewhere so you can use them again later if you need them. And put the hexagonal spacers on top of the screw points, like so. And I need my screws. And I believe with the AMD it's just like the other ones where the screws on top go away from the socket. So I'll just set that on top there and figure out which hole I need to use. Whoa. Oh, okay. So the AMD uses different holes for the Intels. So the AMD uses these holes, not the oblong holes. Which makes sense because this needs to go out further apart since the screw holes are mounted pretty close together compared to the Intels. And like with most of these high performance heat sinks when installing, you're definitely going to want to make sure you have the memory tested and installed before you install the heatsink itself, because I can already tell that the heatsink is going to go right over the memory slots. So I'm just going to tighten this up. And make sure these are tight enough where they're nice and stable. Well, but don't over tighten it and damage the board. Once you get those screwed into place, put the heatsink on, fan goes in front, memory goes in first, because at least with this board, it's going to go right over the memory. And let's see if I can line that up. We'll try to do it through the tripod. There we go. And then take that, spin the screwdriver counterclockwise, so you click, you can start tightening it. Go a couple turns, get that one engaged, then go on the other side here. That way you can get it lined up. Same deal, go backwards. And now we can tighten it down. Kind of alternate between the two sides so you can get even pressure. And then just tighten it down to the point where it's nice and snug, but don't tighten down to the point where you start damaging stuff. Alright, there we go. And there. It will have a little bit of wiggle to it since it's only held down in two spots, but should be fairly stable. And as you can see with this particular board, not a lot of clearance for memory. But you also don't have to have 2 fans installed if you don't want to. So there is that. But hopefully that's helpful, and thanks for watching.